Hello, everybody. This is Sarah Berry Psychic, and this is the weekly insight and predictions for the 25th of October onwards, 2021. Just wanted to check in this week as we've had a very intense full moon. Now, actually, it's been a really positive one, although many of you may have experienced some kind of outbreak or questioning serious on a deeper level, or really seen some developments or revelations that have maybe caused you to look at your direction in a new way. Now, I'm going to look at what's coming this week because I feel like the full moon has been a positive one because it's about taking back your independence and moving forwards with motivation and a better focus. But if you would like a private reading or more insight, then please do get in touch with me via my website, www.sarahperrypsychic.com. Also, for any of you who are experiencing lack of focus or direction, or you really feel lost right now, then get in touch with me because I'm going to be running a 6-step program over 6 days at a very, very inexpensive price. It's a cut down discount offer for those of you who just want to get started, have this kickstart. So it's not it is all the information, but it's just a smaller version of it, so you can at least get on your way. The most important thing right now for everybody, and it has been about looking at the self and committing to the self and what makes you happy. So many people I speak to say to me, I don't know what to do, I don't want to give up this because of this, and I really hate my job, or I really hate my relationship. And I always ask the question, what do you want to do otherwise? If you didn't have that, or you had the option, what would you do? And that's the question. There is never an answer, and that's the reason people aren't holding on. It's like they're not giving up necessarily. They don't know where to go from there, so they're still hanging on. It's like hanging on to an edge of a cliff that is breaking down and not knowing what's at the bottom, or how, once, if you do take the risk, what happens then? Is it better to just hang on and have the universe take you there, as we say a lot, to justify as well, and I will go into that? Or do we just take the plunge and just see what comes? Or do we actually spend our time less worrying about what's coming and actually considering what we could do rather than what we should or what we can't? And I use the word can't because we use that word a lot, okay? It comes up, it's like, I can't do that, can't do this, can't do that, should do that. Consider that. How many times do you say it? You can do anything you want, really. If you want to take the plunge, you could. If you want to walk away, you can. It's just that the blocks are there, the fears inside us are preventing us to do so, or the lack of what comes next, or focus. Because we're getting so overwhelmed with the emotions, so overwhelmed with what's going wrong and all the worry about what what isn't happening. We're not actually considering what we could actually create. So this energy has been pushing us forwards to focus on us, what we want, our dreams. Because so many people haven't been doing that, because we're not used to that, because we've either got ourselves caught up in this mold of conditioning of, where we've maybe got together in a long-term partnership and we've just found this happy medium that just works. You might be the fixer, you might be the balancer, you might be the headstrong one that's just taking over and taking responsibility and controlling everything. Or you may be just following someone else's path. It doesn't matter. Or, you've got yourself locked into a career contract that it just kind of works because, now it does pay the bills because you had more money, you've had more expenses. You've accumulated more, so suddenly this job's really important even though you're not happy about it. Because you're kind of safe in that, you don't really know what the other side is because you've just been doing it for so long. You can't figure anything else would come into that framework. It might have been a goal that you'd been wanting for most of your childhood. You find it, and then 10 years down the line, you've kind of changed, but you don't know how to change because you only ever had one focus, right? So the new focus, where is it? I don't know. I don't know how to do it. It's like when you've been in a long-term relationship with anything in your life, how do you start dating again? How do you stop job hunting when you were only told by your parents or by society that you had to do a 9 to 5 job. How do you work for yourself? How do you change that career? Okay, so the 6th step really does help that, because it goes back into your past lives, helps you reconnect with you. But if you want to do it, you really have to commit to yourself, and that's all it is. Okay, so I'm doing it at a really low price, so that people can learn how to commit to themselves. Okay, now if you miss the 6-day online Zooms, it will be recorded, so it can be sent to you. Okay, I'm going to be doing it at kind of 5 o'clock in the afternoon, which is Spain time, which should work with many. It may not work with Australians, but I will have a look at the time frames. I may even do it twice a day, okay, so that it works in. Or have a lesser price for just recordings, okay? Because if you're kind of one-to-one, you can at least talk to me. So it's going to be around $60 for 6 days. The 6-step price generally costs around $500. So look at that. And there are people that have done this and paid that. And you normally, with the higher price you get, obviously it's 1-to-1, and it's 2 or 3 hours a session. Okay, so we're looking at probably an hour and a half on Zoom with a group. Okay, so it is slightly different. Anyway, if you're interested, do get in touch. But as I was saying, everything has really been about focusing on ourselves. So this hasn't just been an advert, it's actually been about what's going on. And I feel like next week you're going to start pulling in the energy again that has been kind of lost. And over the full moon, you may have felt like, something was disrupted. It was there was a revelation of some kind, some news, or that you've discovered something in yourself, or there was maybe an argument, or, or it just got so intense. You just wanted to kind of blow your own mind. I feel by this week, you'll kind of understand, it's just kind of, it's like after the storm. I mean, we had here in Spain around the full moon, there was a storm. Literally, it just built up, and it was just one thing after another. It was chaos, chaos, chaos. I don't know how many times I've been to the vets this week, but the vet actually said to me, I'll see you next week, and I'm actually going again today. Can you believe it? It was just anything that could happen. But it was disruptive, but this is, the planets are now all starting to go, many of them are going direct again. So they have to kind of start their journey backwards. So each day it's going to get forward. So it is going to start getting easier. Okay. Jupiter's now direct. So everything's going to be centered on looking around you, that's where the revelations are coming up. So you'll see the expansion outside of yourself rather than inside of yourself. All right. Think about it. When anything's retrograde, it's about looking within. When it's direct, it's looking outside of you, or maybe at other people. There is changes around the home this week. That's what I'm seeing. A lot of energy centered around the home. Maybe about moving, maybe reordering, recalculating costs I'm getting. Looking at budgets again. There's been a lot of blame on maybe around people on it's your fault, you did this, or this is because of the government, this is because of COVID, this is all this. But actually I see it's thinking, well, actually, if I rebudgeted this way, then I wouldn't have to worry about those things, because actually maybe I've just been overspending anyway. That's been the whole problem. I've been worried about money but spending more in the process. Okay. There are a lot of questions. I'm seeing some people kind of waking up and feeling like they don't know where they are. Now, that isn't because of a heavy night, but more because they just don't know. It's like, I just don't know who I am anymore. I don't know what happened there, what went on. What on earth have I been doing for the last 3 years? I need to get on with this. Again, that's that kind of Aries push for the full moon. There's some excitement around the home, though. I am getting kind of regeneration process. Suddenly, finally getting on with picking up the pieces, of actually getting on, taking step by step, making positive action. There's a lot of learning going to be given this week. For anyone who is teaching, I feel like you're going to be in quite a confident place, because people are going to want to start looking at you, because they're not inward anymore. So they're not going, oh my God, what's going on? And not listening. They're looking for the help, and they're actually listening more. Okay, because again, Mercury's gone direct. I do see some wishes coming true, a little bit more abundance, maybe some more money flow this week, and people taking control where partnerships are concerned. More discussions happening. more compatibility. Again, it's not about fighting or avoiding or justifying, it's about making something work. There are a couple of stress factors here around Thursday, Friday time, and a couple of what I call challenges coming up, which could cause some stress. This is because it's new. That's what I'm getting. I'm getting maybe younger people coming into the frame. Maybe you've got new people working for you, you've got to train. Maybe it's a new way of doing things and there's just a little bit of stress getting it going. You know, and they say it's just teething problems. That's what I'm having. So just look at it as teething problems. I'm getting somebody rewiring or fixing a pipe or taping things up. It's like, well, we'll just do a temporary measure and then later on we'll look at it more seriously. But if you're dealing with new people, it's like you go, oh my God, I've done this wrong. You say, okay, don't worry, and you've got to fix it quickly, and then you've got to move on to the next group. Okay, you might feel like you're multitasking a bit, trying to sort out a lot of little things, but you can do it. I think if you are in charge of people, or you're in charge of new employees, or a new way of doing it, a new system, maybe it's a new systems coming into play with computers or something. I feel there could be little things, hiccups, but it will work out. That's what I want to say. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, things are going to kind of pick up the energy again, and people, you will find you've taken a leap forwards. There is a surprise where you realise for some of you, someone is pulling your strings, and you've been playing a long game, which you could have actually, if you'd cut yourself away and you had taken back, restored old measures that you knew best and listened to your intuition, you could have come a long way forwards. There's a sense of when you rise up, you may feel like you're pushed out a little bit, but that's because you're expanding, right? So you're stepping outside the normal field of duty where everyone's doing the same thing. You're stepping outside and maybe branching out on your own. And it may feel a little bit chilly for a while, but it will warm up the more you go. Okay, so do continue on with the goal if it's important for you. I do see some issues, halts coming where flights are concerned. Do recheck all your calendars, schedules, because I'm seeing some things being changed last minute. I think there will be fair warning, but do check your spam mail. Okay, that's something for people. If you just kind of take things as read, you think, well, I've had my information. Just double check a couple of days before. I'm saying 2 days at least before. Check all flights. Now, for some people, there's going to be a block removed where flights are concerned, and there might be an opportunity to get on a flight. I'm seeing though only a few spaces. It's like maybe just one plane flying somewhere that hasn't. Why am I getting Dublin? I'm being given Dublin for some reason. So it could be somebody in Dublin who's been waiting for a flight to get on a standby, and there's an opportunity, or that they've been waiting for one company to kind of get started again. It could be that there's just an extra flight running somewhere from Dublin or to Dublin, or it's somebody who wants to connect with somebody in Dublin. Anyway, if that's you, please do leave a comment. There's endings emotionally here where you feel drained, and you are being guided to do that. If you feel drained by something, don't do it. You may have followed this pattern for a lot of years, and it's kind of worked for you, but now it's kind of tiring you out. If that's it, recognise it. Be more creative, and, especially when something upsets you, think, okay, think outside the box. Why is this upsetting me? Why is this bothering me personally when it's not really that bad? Why does it bother me? Why does this person bother me? Why are they annoying me? What do I need to learn? Every person that comes into our vicinity is somebody that is similar to us, okay? It's either something that we share something with, or something we need to learn from. Okay, so if something's annoying, you ask yourself, why does this annoy me? Why should I allow it to annoy me? Is it because somebody's trying to be, I don't know, you feel like someone's trying to be better than you, or belittle you, or copy you? Why would it bother you? Because if you are the pioneer, you can always change things up. Is it because you're worried they'll be better? But you were the one that instigated it. If they've got to copy, then it doesn't mean that they use it as a form of flattery, but it means they haven't got their own ideas, so you're always going to be one step ahead. Okay, turn it around a little bit. There's going to be some surprising news this week, things coming in where you least expect it. I'm seeing some stuff in the newspaper that is going to be quite surprising. I'm getting something around the royal family or somebody quite high up. I don't think it's necessarily the English royal family. I'm getting somewhere in Europe as well, but it could be connected somewhere along the line or linked, or have a crossover effect. There's transformations definitely in love. So listen to your gut feeling when a new beginning comes in, okay? I feel that you may be not wanting to step forwards, and this is for Capricorns for some reason. I'm getting the Capricorn energy around this. It could be maybe meeting up around that time, which is mid November to December time, okay? It could be meeting up with a Capricorn, or you are the Capricorn and it's affecting you. I feel like your gut feeling is saying go, 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 but everything around it is saying no. If your gut feeling is telling you something, listen, because they're saying it's a new beginning, it's an opportunity. Be more playful and you'll get more balance this week, guys. And watch the old demons. Detach. Learn to detach. Learn to step away rather than become overwhelmed by the old demons. There's a definite kind of push me, pull me feel where it's like, I want to play, but there's something in the way and I really want to just do it. I feel like people are going to want to kind of find a funny way of doing things, and it's like, oh God, should I take the risk? I should be more practical. But then think, if you're using a playful energy, it's going to be more fun. People are going to kind of be more attracted to that. Fate's coming in to show us things this week, and there's going to be time to really, really review how much energy we're using it and where and what is best. There could be some literal reviews for people at work. I'm seeing things again about money, maybe bonuses or maybe changes of income, reviewing all of that. But it's all about freedom. So however you experience this, it's coming in to free you and give you more fulfillment. So for instance, say you're in a situation and you have a review and they're saying, right, you're going to be on the lower tier of pay now because we're changing it all up. You've got a choice. You can stay with the company, or you can take a lower level job, right? So that's kind of the worst situation. Well, it's not. It'd be losing a job, wouldn't it? But it may be your opportunity to walk away. That's maybe what you've been wanting to do. It's coming up to show you a doorway that's out. And it's like the universe saying, look, we're going to do this because it's going to be uncomfortable, but you won't want to be there now. So why don't you go? Because actually there's something so much better on the other side. Phone calls coming in where relationships are concerned. You may hear long distance this week. I'm definitely getting Australia, further afield. Maybe I'm just getting Australia because that seems like the furthest place away. I'm also getting something to do with the stock exchange in Singapore. Something changing up there. I'm hearing like cash machines. It's something to do with money and shares this week coming in. It's going to be a big deal. So I'm getting this kind of like a slider for something and then an uproar for something else. And I'm going, whoa, and it just kind of suddenly going up in value. And everyone kind of coming in to collect. There is more balance where relationships and love are concerned, but watch the old temptations, okay? Because I'm going to say there's little demons around ready to kind of like knock on the door and go, hello, hello. It's Halloween, guys, at the end of the week. Have some fun. I feel like you need to make a wish this week. It feels like it should be full moon energy. It was last year, but I feel like this year you need to use Halloween as a full moon period for yourself, as in really look at letting go. And because it's kind of, the Day of the Dead, as we say, is to put some things to rest. Look at November as a new start, a new cycle, because I feel like things will be moving forwards better, planetary wise. I'm seeing quite a lot of different changes coming in November, so we won't go there yet, but I feel like it's to look at the risk factors and what were your risk factors and why. What was the reason for those risk factors in the first place, okay? Whew, exciting. So have a great week. If you're interested in connecting with me with the 6 step, I'm going to be doing it November. And we'll be sending out details very soon. I won't be sending out anything till the 1st of November. It's my birthday on Friday. So I am having a bit of a quiet week. So if you do want readings, please be aware there might be a little bit of a wait from Wednesday onwards, okay? But I will be picking up a lot of it from Monday, okay? If you have got subscriptions, then obviously you will get things when you are supposed to. So I won't not be doing those. But if you do want to book in readings, then, you know, there may be a week wait, and do allow for a little bit of a delay. I would really much appreciate it so I can have a few days off, which would be great. But lots of love to you all. Thank you for still supporting me through these challenging times, and I will speak to you all soon. Take care. Bye for now.